Okay, so let's talk about that
Yeah.
because a lot of times we get the fluff, we get the falling in love portion of the story of entrepreneurship, but you just talked about something that never really gets talked about: wanting to give up, feeling overwhelmed, maybe anxiety, anxiousness, having a lot on your shoulders. What do you do to get through them times as you build in Mortar?
One thing I'm going to say is I have a great therapist.
Okay, therapy.
I sought out professional help.
Yeah.
So that's one thing is, I feel like mental health is incredibly important, especially for populations like ours that experience trauma
Yeah.
a lot.
Stuff that's traumatic that we don't even consider trauma because we so numb to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly right. So one is I sought professional help. Two is I found places that brought me joy. Mexico City, which is one of those reasons why I go to Mexico City so often. I say this all the time. I think sometimes in the United States, as Black people, we carry this like backpack, and in that backpack is 400 years of history and context that people want to use to have any sort of belief about who we are as people. So we're Black first, and when I'm in Mexico, I'm Derrick. I'm a human being. I don't have to carry that backpack. So finding those places where I can be myself and I can let my proverbial hair down. I don't have much hair left, but I can let my hair down and I can just be a human being. There you go. Was really, really, really important. So I can come back, re-energized, re-inspired, and with the energy to do this work with excellence. And then the third thing is having, one, mentors who have been in the trenches before, who can tell you based upon their personal experience what pitfalls to avoid, different strategies you can utilize to navigate different situations is really important. Having peers who are also doing their thing and you can encourage and motivate and inspire one another. Have a really great group of friends who are doing some really cool things across the world. And then the final thing I think is giving back and volunteering your time, serving on boards, helping other people. I think having those three things in place is a formula that can help people have strong mental health and a good sense of security in themselves, but also have the energy to go off and do good work.
Yeah. I think that was very important, man. Because I think a lot of times, especially with the corona, the whole 2020, a lot of times people feel extra alone in what they think they feel.
Man, that's right.
So for you to even say that, like, it was a time where I didn't think I could do it or feel like giving up, man, people need those jewels to be dropped all the time. It's a lot of people getting into entrepreneurship, and man, we just need it, man.
Yeah, I think we really just gotta be honest with ourselves about how difficult entrepreneurship is. I think we see things on TV, like what is it called, Shark Tank,
and that's really what I feel like Mortar is Shark Tank.
It's so much more than that.
Yeah,
it is so much more than that. Like I mentioned to you, the class that I went through, it was specifically for Black men, and in that class, we're talking about. We had a therapist come in, and we just talked about trauma.
Yeah,
like that was our class. Trauma as Black men. We don't talk about that on Shark Tank. You don't really have those kinds of conversations about trauma.
That's hard.
It's really hard. I mean, in our opinion, we know as Black people, not everything, of course, but we know a lot of the challenges that we experience as Black people and as Black entrepreneurs. Yeah. And we try to bring as much as we can into a contained space so that we can prepare ourselves not just to be successful entrepreneurs, but to be whole people who are also trying to make a living for themselves. And that's where I think Mortar is different from.
Please you how I please you. Treat you how I treat you.